Good morning from my craft room. Happy December 18th, and welcome to my 18th Flossmas episode. I'm Geraldine. I go by X Stitches. This is my channel about all things crafty, mostly cross stitch, a little bit of knitting, and now some quilting this weekend. So, still not feeling wonderful, trying to be positive. But it's just, I just haven't been sick like this for this extended amount of time. So I keep thinking every morning, today's going to be the day, and I just don't know if I'm there. So I wanted to show you what I was able to work on yesterday. So this is what I was talking about. This is my stocking that I've had since I was very little, like all the glitter glue. I think this is actually just like craft glue with glitter is coming off. The little thing is super broken and pieced together, and it's just like that canvasy stuff on the inside. So I don't have the heart to get rid of it, though. I've had it forever, so I will probably just squirrel it away. But this is what I made. So I made mine first because it was going to be probably the prototype, so I was going to learn the most from it, probably have hopefully the most mistakes on it. And also I'm the one who actually, like, that stocking barely works. So I figured if I didn't get any others done in time, this is the one that I would need to do. So this is what the front looks like. I did quilt it with like a 1/4 inch along each seam. The band was the most crooked of all the pieces that I cut, and so I tried to get it as good as I can. It's not perfect. Once it's hanging, I don't think it's super obvious. So I did I pieced this together using 2.5 inch interfacing, which was really slick. I had to do it in 2 chunks. I did I think it was a 5x6 and then a 4x6, so that like down here was wider. So I had to do this chunk and then this chunk with the interfacing and then piece them together. But it worked out really well. And then I put batting made a batting sandwich with just a plain piece of white cloth, and quilted it with my machine. I used my hem foot, not my hem foot, my blind hem foot, the one that like runs along the seam. I think that's what it's called, with a 1/4 inch-ish seam allowance. And I don't know if I'll quilt it like all of them like this, or if like this is the part that I'll make a little bit different. Like maybe I'll do one with like diagonal. We'll see. And then once I was done with that, I just cut a square of fusible fleece and fused it to the stocking back that I had picked out. And I just realized that I did it. Oh no, I thought maybe I did it upside down, but it's double. Like it goes both ways. Okay. So, and then I just had like a rectangle that I knew was the size of the stocking would fit in of each, fused them together, and then sewed the quilted stocking to that right sides together, and then just cut it around. So I wasn't cutting out the stocking a bunch of times. I just used the main pieced shape and then sewed it and then cut around the seam allowance to make it a little bit simpler. And then I sewed right sides together the stocking lining, but I don't have to turn those inside out because they go inside out so that you have lining. So this is the lining, and then I sewed the edge together, made my little hanger piece. The hanger piece just came from like the inside of the foot here, as I had extra from my rectangle, right? I had a chunk here that I could use for the hanger, made a rectangle out of that, double folded it, sewed it, super simple. And then folded it down, and I chose to leave a little bit of the lining sticking out, and then top stitch just to hold the band down. It's not perfect, but it was the first one, and I'm happy with it, and you have to look pretty close to see the imperfection. So I like it a lot. It's nice and sturdy. I was worried by not quilting the back I wouldn't have enough like sturdiness. I think it will be really great. So I have my sewing room. This was my attempt at on point. I lost too much for the number of squares that I had. It was a mess with the 2.5 inch. I'm sure I was doing something wrong, but anyways, I scrapped that, but I'm sure I can use that for something. So I've got that hanging out. So I've got like all my pieces sorted. I've got all of the interfacing chunks cut so that I can start ironing and piecing those, my stocking pattern. And then I have to make a total of 5, so I have 4 more to go. I have 2 of the linings sewn, and then I've got the other 2 cut and sitting on the back of my sewing chair to just quick sew those around together. So I'm hoping to kind of set it up like assembly line style. I don't know if I'll get there today, really, to be honest. I have my daughter and my husband's bands ready to go. The cat and the dog still don't have theirs yet, but I can always get the stockings like to the point where it's time to sew them all together too, and then all I'd have to do is that part. So we'll see how that all works out, and whose will get done by Christmas. I just think today might be another couch day, unfortunately. All right. Okay, so my Imagine Landscapes Gnome Knit Along. This is my hat. So this was yesterday's clue. Today's clue is just a story. So I don't know, like I don't love the way these color joins are working. But maybe it won't matter. No, it's the back, but this is the front of the hat. It looks similar to others people's too. It's like, it almost looks like a Christmas tree to me. I don't know. Maybe it'll look a little different once it's stuff. I did block it. No idea what happened down there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's the second hat we've made, so I'm not really sure what's going on. We haven't knit any gnome bodies beyond like that partial gnome body that I think we knit quite like almost a week or week and a half ago. So I'm not sure what she's got up her sleeve, but progress on that and no more knitting on that today. And then I did catch up on all of my Evertote Modern Folk Embroidery Roxy Floss Co. Holiday Countdown sale stitching. We put in this teal floss here, which is like a medium between the Sea Salt and the 'Tis the Season. This one is Can't Kelp It, I believe. Really pretty colors. I like them a lot. And I feel like we've probably finished this band now, maybe. Feels like this one has to be close, if not done. So I'm excited to see what we're moving on to today. I'm just going to take a quick peek. Yep, I got to flip over to the back. Sorry about the finger. All right. Here's the pattern. And let's see what color floss. Oh, it's called Cheesecake, and it's like this. It's coming up pretty real to life on camera here. It's like this slightly pink variegated cream color. It's like the base seems to be cream with just a little bit of pink in it. So that's fun. It'll be interesting on this light colored linen. So it looks like we've got a snowflake motif that is going to go in under here, kind of like over here somewhere. It's like a larger snowflake motif. It's like 4 snowflakes all together. And then there's an animal down in the corner. So there will be quite a bit of counting today. I've got a countdown from the border 10, 20, 30, 40-ish, not exact, but like there's 4 boxes between the two, the cat or dog, whatever it is. So yay for counting, but I got my counting pins. It'll be fine. So yeah, not a ton of stitching today, I don't think. It's just going to be a lot of counting. So a lot of checking my work. All right. I am going to go sit on the couch and try to get caught up on some laundry folding and do some stitching and try and maybe take a nap today and just relax. I'm really hoping I can go to work tomorrow, but I don't know. I really don't know. I got another fever last night. I took another COVID test. That'll be my 5th one. They've all been negative. I think it's probably the flu, like influenza. There's really no point in doing much at this point. I don't think I'm like coming down with anything. I'm a nurse, so like I kind of know, right? Like I don't think it's bacterial at this point. It's probably just viral and hanging on. So there's not really much the doctors can do for me, because like if I was going to take an antiviral, I would have to get tested. And then it's really like I'm outside of the window for an antiviral to really be super effective. So it's really just symptom management still, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping my family is going to go to Starbucks today. I could really use a refresher. That sounds like a little shot of caffeine and it's like some juicy goodness. Sounds really nice. So I'm looking forward to that potentially. Oh, the card. I forgot. So today is the first day of Hanukkah, the Jewish Festival of Lights. To all who are celebrating Shag Smiat, oh my gosh, Samich, sorry, I don't know Hebrew, a happy holiday is what that means. To celebrate the occasion, there's a new song at Modern Folk Embroidery, which I watched this morning. It was beautiful and stuck in my head most of the morning. Yeah, so happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. I hope you are all well. I'm plugging along. I'm still here. And this has really given me something fun and positive to do when I've been kind of down in the dumps a little bit with this sickness. So I really appreciate all of your well wishes and for hanging on with me with the not so great lazy filming and the horrible voice, the sniffing and all of that. And you know, someday I'll be back to normal and be able to film like normal. I do have a stash review that I want to do, and also my whip parade that I want to do. I just need to have the energy to do those kinds of things, and I really want to do those where you can actually see me, and I'm just not there yet. So look forward to those coming. In the meantime, happy stitching, happy Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.